What if one simple choice, like wearing your natural hair, could turn your world upside down? What if the way you naturally look became a problem? In school. In the office. In public. This isn't just about hair. It's about power, identity, and how the world reacts when you stop apologizing for being yourself. Let me ask you. Have you ever been judged or treated differently because of how you look naturally? Have you ever been asked to tone it down just to fit in? If that ever happened to you or someone you love, share your experience in the comments right now. We want your voice heard. And if these stories matter to you, subscribe to Secrets of the Case, where we tell the truth behind what people go through every day. Now, let me take you inside the story of Nia. A high-performing student. A professional. A woman who wore her natural crown and was punished for it. Nia Daniels was 26. Respected. Quietly fierce. Smart. She had just landed a marketing job at one of the top firms in Chicago. Her work spoke for itself. But her hair. That was a different story. For years, Nia had straightened her curls. Flat irons. Relaxers. Chemical burns. Weekly blowouts. All to look the part. No chemicals. Just confidence. But one day, she stopped. Not to make a statement. Not to rebel. She just wanted to feel like herself. So on a Monday morning, she walked into her office with a soft twist out. Her coils bounced naturally as she moved. No straighteners. She was glowing. But by noon, that glow would begin to fade. She first noticed it during a team meeting. Her colleague Sarah kept glancing at her hair. Another coworker leaned over and whispered something behind a cupped hand. Someone snickered. Then her manager walked in. Did a double take. It's just a bit much. Distracting. We're client-facing, Nia. You know how it is. Didn't smile. Nia, can I speak with you in my office? She followed, heart pounding. We value individuality here, her boss began. But we also expect a certain level of polish. You understand, right? Nia blinked. Polish? Well, your hair. Nia wanted to say something. But she froze. She nodded. Yes, I understand. But inside? She was crushed. The next week, Nia straightened her hair again. Everyone was suddenly nice again. You look amazing. Love your style today. That's the Nia we know. But Nia felt like a stranger in her own skin. That Friday night, she stared at herself in the mirror for hours. Her scalp burned. Her crown was gone. Her smile was missing. She made a decision. I'm not doing this anymore. Monday. Afro puff. Head held high. It started immediately. She was passed over for leading a major pitch presentation. A junior associate, with less experience, was chosen instead. Her client-facing hours were cut. Then her performance reviews started to shift. You've been less collaborative lately. You come off strong sometimes. Have you considered a more professional appearance? That word again. Professional. And then came the final blow. A month later, she received an HR email. Concerns have been raised about your ability to maintain our brand image. Please schedule a review. She showed up prepared. She brought documents. Emails. Testimonials. She had always been on time, over-delivering, loved by her actual clients. When she sat down, they didn't even look at her hair this time. They just looked uncomfortable. She calmly explained her work, her contribution, and then she asked a question. Can you define for me what a professional hair means in our handbook? Silence. Because if my performance hasn't changed, why did everything else change the moment I wore my natural hair? More silence. They didn't have a policy. They didn't have an answer. They just had bias wrapped in vague professionalism. Nia walked out. But not defeated. She wrote about her experience on LinkedIn. Titled the post, "I wore my natural hair, then this happened." It went viral. Thousands of comments. Millions of views. Stories flooded in. "This happened to me too. I was told my locks were dirty at work. I almost quit school because of hair shaming." News outlets picked it up. Nia was invited to speak on panels. She became a visible face in the conversation about natural hair discrimination. 1 year later, she helped her state pass a version of the Crown Act, legislation banning hair-based discrimination in schools and workplaces. She didn't just reclaim her crown. She helped others protect theirs. Let's be clear, Nia didn't wear her natural hair to prove anything. She didn't do it to fight a system. She did it because she wanted to feel like herself again. But the world had other ideas. And in pushing back, she didn't just win, she helped thousands feel seen. Today, she mentors young women in the corporate world. She reminds them, your hair is not unprofessional. Your identity is not a distraction. You were never the problem. Let's be honest, this story isn't just about hair. It's about power, control, acceptance. So let me ask you again, have you ever been made to feel like you had to change yourself, just to be accepted? Have you ever been punished for choosing authenticity over conformity? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We want this to be more than just a video. We want a conversation. And if Nia's story moved you, if you believe identity should never be a liability, subscribe to Secrets of the Case. We bring real stories to light, stories that challenge, inform, and hopefully, change something. Stay real. Thank you for watching. Stay proud. And never shrink who you are, to make others comfortable.